how exactly the bhakta's mind works. It is good for us to discuss all this. The bhakta has this tendency to humanize God, isn't it? And divinize human relationships. Because, if when you humanize God, you bring him close to you. There is that beautiful story of Krishna and the gopis. When Krishna was in Dwarka, what it means to humanize God. When Krishna was in Dwarka, he had number of ranis. So one day they told him with a certain amount of pick that you are our husband, okay, but all the time, whenever you are in trouble, you say Radhe Radhe. Whenever you are happy, you say Radhe Radhe. Whenever you are anxious, you say Radhe Radhe. You don't take any of our names. And then Krishna said, that is because Radha's devotion is the highest. You cannot compare that with anybody else's. And they said, how? How do you know? You do not know our devotion for you. How do you say Radha's devotion is the highest? Then Krishna said, okay, I will let you know why I consider her devotion to be the highest. And then after a few days, it was suddenly seen that Krishna had very severe migraine, very severe headache. He is lying down and all the symptoms of migraine, and nothing is curing the migraine. 2 days, 3 days, and the migraine is not going. And all the physicians came and tried their Ayurveda, what all was available at that time. Nothing is working, and Krishna is doing. And all the ranis queens are very disturbed, and the courtiers. And then finally the most wise courtier came and said, see, this is also one of his leelas, I am sure. So let us ask him only to provide the remedy, because nothing is curing him. And all the subjects were also in despair that Krishna is suffering from severe headache, migraine, what to do. So they all come to him and tell him, you only provide the solution to your problem. Tell us what is the remedy. And then Krishna said in a very sad tone, see, there is only one remedy for my problem. Bhakta Padadhuli. If that is put on my head, this migraine will go. The dust of devotees' feet, a devotee's feet should go on my head, should be smeared here, then my migraine will go. Everybody got shocked. Now who will give Padadhuli to be put on Krishna's head? They all saw him as, they knew his divinity. So they all said, you are just acting, we know. We are not going to, because giving the dust of our feet on your head will earn us eternal hell. Narak. And how can we have such a fate after so much devotion to you? So we are not going to give you the Padadhuli. Everybody went away. All the queens also went away. And then Krishna said, little bit, give me a little bit, this migraine will go then. Nobody gave, none of the courtiers gave, none of the family members gave, Praja, none of the subjects gave. And then Krishna said, you see, Vrindavan is not very far, just go and ask them. And so some of the courtiers went there. As soon as they went there, all the gopis came running. And they said, how is Krishna, how is Krishna? And he said that he is well, but just now he has migraine. And then they became very serious. Can we do something about it? Cannot anybody cure him? And only one thing can cure him, that is Bhakta Padadhuli. If anybody can give the dust of their feet, that can cure Krishna. At once Radha put down her odni and stepped on it, brought more sand on her feet, stepped on it and offered that. And all the gopis did that, all the gopikas. They collected a huge amount of their Padadhuli in a cloth and gave it to those courtiers and said, go immediately and apply it on his forehead. Why? He must be relieved of the headache. Doesn't matter what will happen to us. We know this will earn us eternal hell. In that eternal hell, the devotion to Krishna will be in our heart. Will that be hell? If devotion is in your heart, can you ever be in hell? Even if you are physically placed somewhere. And if devotion to Krishna is not there, this very place is hell. Aren't you seeing it? So they gave it, and these courtiers went and then they gave it to the queens and said, see, all the gopis of Vrindavan have given this. And they applied it on Krishna's forehead and immediately migraine went. And Krishna said, did you see? Did you see? They never think of themselves. Radha never thinks of herself. One who gave even her good name, her man, sambram, everything for the sake of Krishna. Everything that she had. So you cannot compare her devotion to anybody's. In her mind, only I reign, nothing else. And that is why her devotion is the highest. Don't compare her with anybody. Radha used to live in Mahabhav. No ordinary state of mind. That is, those of you who have read Thakur's life, you know very well what it means. So this is not an ordinary category of devotion at all. But it shows us the nature of devotion. Only the beloved is important. Nothing else is important. That is bhakti.